Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget.
So we're at Wes Meckle's property here in Brownsville, Oregon, and I am blown away about what he has here and collected over the years. So we'll do a quick video of it, and there's Mr. Wes right there, and we'll tag you on this and get you his contact information. But if you guys need any Tri-5 parts and parts beyond Tri-5s, he's got everything you're ever gonna want.
So yeah, this is the backyard here, and a lot of the stuff. This is a scrap pile on the right, but he's got El Caminos, 55, 6s, and 7s, and this is his back part of his shop, and we're not even inside his shop yet. And he's got, you know, this is mostly 57 parts, I think, on the shelf there, but his scrap pile, there's good enough stuff in there I wanted, but he's got doors and fenders and hoods and, I mean, everything you could possibly imagine. And once we go inside, you're going to see his other parts, but his Raptors are loaded with Tri-5 fenders and doors, and I mean, really good quality stuff. So going into the shop here, I mean, you look at the bins, he's got everything itemized or separated in bins and chrome and stainless and absolutely everything here. And he's got, it's nice as organized, because I said I need this piece. He walks over and he can pull it out and see it. But he ships stuff all over. But finding guys like this that collect these parts, they're pretty rare to find guys that, you know, spent their entire lives collecting stuff. And here I am in the bin pile, like, oh, that 57 fender looks pretty good. Why is it in the scrap pile? I'll take that because he's got way better parts, you know, inside. Yeah, that's a bunch of 57 hoods and stuff there. Yeah, just epic. I mean, he's got quarter panels, roofs, floors, sections. I mean, absolutely everything.
Fenders. Bumpers.
Yeah, a ton of bumpers. You know, radiator supports, inner fender wells. I mean, he's been collecting parts for, I don't know, like 50 or 60 years, and it just stacks up. But he's really good at going through, and like if you really want like a good fender or a good door, to find one that's, you know, the most rust-free one and stuff like that. He's a really honest guy, and love Wes to death. Those are I think those are 4-door 57 doors, but and we're out front here. He's got a few cars for sale, but you wait till see the inside of the shop. It's a mind blower. And up at his house, that's where he keeps all his nice cars. And we ran out of time. We didn't go upstairs or up the hill to his house and in his other garage and see his good stuff. But I like this old rusty, crusty stuff. But yeah, he's got a ton of stuff he's collected. And I think all these cars here out front are for sale. I think one of them, he said, or two of them were sold, I think. But yeah, he's definitely got a really neat collection of things. And that's the same color as my car, but mine's a 2-door, not a more-door.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, look inside.
Another 4-door car, which, you know, I'm just always been a 2-door guy, but I've seen some really rad 4-doors built here, especially people with family and stuff, like families and little kids. It probably easier, and they're just as cool when you get them done. Yeah, Wes is like a magnet. I don't know how he finds all this stuff. I mean, he just, the amount of cars that he goes through and resells, and yeah, and they're all in kind of different conditions. So I'm excited to get into his shop, because I think he's got 2 57 Chevy convertibles in there and a 55 Chevy convertible. Got a really cool 27 Roadster. The black one here, it's with the big block Chevy. It's a really, really nice car. It's got a 32 grill in it, but yeah, just amazing. And here again, this is his shop stuff, not his collector stuff up on the hill. But he's got a lot of cool cars. So if you guys need parts, look Wes Meckle up. His email is going to be posted below. And here again, super, super nice guy, easy to work with. And if he doesn't have the part, he will find it for you. We're heading back from the coast right now. We got a few projects down there, and we're heading back over the mountain. And Brandon and I were just talking that when we picked the 56 up the first time, I mentioned in the first video, we had a bit of a fuel issue. So these gauges that say 27 or 30 whatever miles till empty, they don't work, do they, Brandon?
Mm-mm.
So they don't act accurate, which surprises me, because I've had these other Fords and Chevys, and they're actually give you a little buffer room. Not this truck. So we're running up to basically the same spot we ran out of gas before. And what are we down to now, Brand?
32.
32 miles. Well, we ran out 27 miles before. So I know you can say what you want, but we were paying attention. We were on calls with clients and stuff, and we weren't paying attention to our gas gauge. So we'll blame this all on Brandon, because he is the pilot of this truck right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to blame it all on him if we end up house again. But we'll see. And yeah, we'll give you an update on getting that frame. Pretty excited about it. Here again, all the work we put in the other frame with the tubular arms and everything, and the notch frame in the back, moving the springs on board. I think for us to get this thing ready for roadie days, to show up with my dad, we had a change up. So we'll give you some updates on that, but that's where we're at. Keep your fingers crossed when we make it to a gas station. Brandon and the Lambo. I'm trying to get this car out of the gym. I really want this car, but you look at his epic collection in this shop. Yep, the Cobra. I want this Lambo so bad.
Brandon's putting down purple power. Is that what it's called? Purple power on the frame. So we're gonna get this one cleaned up, and this has actually got a 69 Camaro 12 bolt 411 posi. So kudos to whoever built this frame, who grafted this. Here, I'll show you. Let me flip. Whoever grafted this on, you mean you see so many hack jobs with things, but they did such a good job in grafting that frame in. You can hardly even tell where they grafted it. I know they got the surface rust on it and whatnot, but how they grafted this and pulled this frame together, you can't even. They ground all the welds down and everything. And this is probably done, I don't know, back in the 70s. I don't know, maybe 80s. I don't know, but they did such a wonderful job on grafting this frame in where you can't tell. I've seen some of these frames where, you know, they use a stick welder and you know, it just looks all cobbled up and hot mess. But yeah, they did. Whoever did this, if this is your frame, I think this came out of Arizona. Yeah, congrats to you, man. You did a good job. We're gonna clean it up, and it's gonna be repurposed for the old hot rod. Whoever built this, rainbow body, and it's on both springs, leaf springs, and they look like replacement leaf springs when they put the 12 bolt in. But I like seeing that stuff. I don't know if it means anything, but it's kind of cool to see that. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to let this thing soak for another couple hours and hopefully get the thing blasted tonight. But it gets cold over here in Central Oregon at nighttime, so we're not sure if this can get done tonight. And letting it soak isn't going to be the worst thing. But so these spots here, this is where and they put this bracket in there for the core support. And you guys know the Tri-5 Chevys, it's got 2 bolts for the radiator support, but they had a notch of frame here. I'm gonna weld those up because they just kind of look crappy, but I'll weld this one up too to clean it up before we primer and paint it. But no, it's I'm really happy with this frame, and so we'll see where it goes, and it's gonna fix a lot of problems with that we were dealing with the oil pan and steering issues. It's just, I think it's gonna, like, you know, I said, you know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, but I honestly think this is going to be 2 steps forward and 1 step back when we get done with this, and be on the road sooner than later. More to follow. So here's the dilemma. I turn this around. We got the car up on the lift, and you saw that last time. We got the firewall painted, and you know, that car was not turquoise originally, but this paint was painted in 1972-ish. But underneath here, God, just, this is my problems. Like, you know, I would normally blast that son of a bitch and get all the old undercoating off, and then, you know, you guys seen the rust hole on this side, and that'll be fixed eventually, and we're gonna try to match the machine on the paint. But just like, where to frickin' stop with this thing? You know, it's, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're this is kind of where we're at, and we're ready to drop that frame, or the car on the frame here, pretty quick. And we did, from my buddy Wes Meckle, who we're gonna add his link to that with all his car parts. That headboard is way too nice for that hood, for what we're doing. But we got the hood, the V8. It's got the V8 for the big V, and then the little emblem. And we have the V's and the emblems, but I need the chrome for the hood. But damn it, I wish that hoodboard wasn't so nice, Wes.
But it's on there now. Got to bolt it down, and I don't know, maybe it's fine. But we're just to a point where we need to get this thing rolling, so I can paint the interior and stuff. And there's a frame out there, which I just showed a little bit ago, but it's been soaking for a couple hours, so I think we're ready to pressure wash it. I wish I had one of those. Okay, so the ones they show you like on Facebook, those sandblasters that hook up to your pressure washer and they sandblast. Don't buy one. They're shit. I bought one. It don't work. Worth nothing. But yeah, if I had a real one that really actually worked, like the professionals, yeah, I'd be using that. But we're gonna have to just wire wheel this thing and sand it and get it. But this frame, looking at it more and more, I'm super excited about this frame to get it all cleaned up and on the road. And then we're gonna, eventually, once we figure out what we're doing with the paint on that car and whatnot, but we're gonna make some changes down the road. But our first goal is to get it on the road. So this is kind of where we're at with this right now, and just figuring out the floor pans. I'm tempted to take the torch out and just torch all that old undercoating off the frame and paint it. That's what my head tells me, but I know it's just going to cost a lot more work on here, and I'm just not sure what to do. I don't know. And like changing frames wasn't what I wanted to do, but just with all the steering issues and the oil pan issues, it was just, I think at the end of the day, it was the right move to do. But we'll see how that works out. Frame, my son just posted up for sale. Yeah, with the right oil pan and everything on this, it's a really, I mean, with the tubular arms and then going back to like stock stuff, I don't know if we're making the right decision at this point, because moving these inboard, the leaf springs, again, that was a lot of work, but we backed up and I think we made the right decision. Time will tell if it is one step forward and two steps back, or two steps forward and one step back. We're not sure, but we are pretty certain that's what we're going to go with. And I talked to Richmond today too on this transmission. So they only, according to Richmond, 6 speeds, they only make one of these, and they're supposed to fit all cars. And was down at the coast at my dad's place, I wish I would have measured the Muncie transmission from here to here. I don't know, until we get it in the car, in the frame, and roll underneath and see where that shifter comes out. But gosh, it just looks long to me. So we'll see where that ends up. But that's going to be the project over the weekend, and get this back into the frame and then roll it in the car and just do a temporary sit down from the frame, or the body on the frame, and see where that sits. But I'm really worried about that shifter location. I just really worried about it being too far back. So we'll see where that fits. And yeah, just excited to move forward with this. It's been this, kind of painful but fun. It keeps me awake at night thinking about it, what we're gonna do with it, and just, I don't know. It just everybody out there has built cars. You know how this stuff works. I mean, mating things together that weren't meant to be in here, and big blocks and this and that, and headers and motor mounts and frame mounts and cross members, and it's just a lot to get this together. So it's good for me and my son. Yeah, my pressure washer is not the best. It's only, I don't know what it is, but it works for what we're doing. Yes, would I like a heavier duty one? Oh, it's 2300 PSI. I don't know, it seems to work, but yeah, I'd like to have a bigger one, but you got to use what you got, and that's what we're doing here. But it's starting to get a little bit dark outside,
and cold, and we're gonna try to whack this thing down tonight and then jump on it again in the morning.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
So another small hurdle. You're going to see Wes Meckle, all these parts he's got there in Brownsville, Oregon. But he gave me this hood bar because I didn't have it. The V and the hood bird, which is way too nice for this car. But at least we're getting some parts on the hood and stuff. And then I got the V8 because this was a factory V8 car. And then we have the small emblems, but I haven't put that on the car yet, or on the hood yet. The trunk, which is up in the air, has got it all on there, and it's all nasty and rotted, kind of look like the rest of the car. So it's gonna look good. I still might go back to Wes and get a crappier hood bird for the car to match the patina. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully Denver Broncos play the Bills tomorrow, which I'm excited about. And got some friends coming over to watch the games. And Seattle, I think, plays the 49ers. And we're gonna watch that tomorrow. But really want to get this thing primered and squirted. And yeah, put the motor trainee back in this frame. We should be able to get that done this weekend before we have to head out of town and get in work. But we're yeah, we're getting there. Well, this is the time. Well, I guess I'll show you time. Well, it's 27 degrees out. It's like 12:30 at night. And I just came in the house, and Brandon decided to go back out to the shop. So let's go check on Brandon. But it's odd inversion here. It's super cold and super foggy, which is not normal for Central Oregon. I guess there's no normal anywhere anymore, but anyways, he took over in the shop, and I didn't think he'd stay out there this long. So we're gonna go check on old Brandon grinding on the frame, and our heater, the propane froze up here a bit ago, but it's still not too bad out here. But there's old Brandon wire wheel on the frame, and it's getting closer. And that's the old frame, so we'll talk about this in this video. I'm not sure what Brandon's gonna put into the video and stuff, but this is a frame that we were gonna use, that we spent all the time on. The stock frame, stock front end with, tubular arms and everything. And we just got into issues with the oil pan hitting the front of the frame. We could have notched the front of the frame, and then we had to deal with steering. And my buddy gave me this frame, and it's got a 70 Camaro subframe on the front of it, and the power steering box is moved way forward on it. So this is kind of where we're at, and I think this is going to be a good move. Brandon's done a bunch of wire wheeling on the frame. Yeah, would it be better to get it sandblasted? Yes. And would it be better? Yes. But this is where we're at with it, and we're just going to roll with it because we're kind of under a tight time crunch with this, and so we're just this is going to be the best solution.
And honestly, it's going to handle better, I think, with that newer clip on it and the 12 bolt rear end, which we're going to change. We're still going to go with the backup eventually and go with the 4-length 9-inch 54-inch wide rear end, and then so we can put bigger tires in the back. But for now, this thing will rip and tear up the pavement. So that's where we're at, Mr. Brandon. You done grinding?
Let's get her done.
You done grinding? All right. Well, I'm done. Like I said, it's over. It's past 12:30 tonight, so I'm ready. I'm ready to color a night, but and it's cooling down here pretty quick. 27 degrees outside, Brandon.
That's pretty cold.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent